Hi guys, Pulp Kill Bill Fiction here, back again with another review, and quicker than last time because normally I take a year each time to do a review, but I had to come back and do a review as promised on A Quiet Place, and man, I've literally got a lot to talk about with this one. So the movie, to set it up, is basically it's set in a world where everyone has to stay silent. And it's an abandoned world, it's post-apocalyptic, but due to these monsters that are roaming around the world, and they are attracted and they hunt by the use of sound. And that alone, and the title Quiet Place, should be a massive setup enough to tell you what is expected throughout this film. The film's directed by John Krasinski, who you know from The Office, the American version, and also stars Emily Blunt and the other kids in the film as well. I have to say that throughout the film, that even though that John Krasinski and Emily Blunt, they're married in real life, that never crosses your mind because they have such a strong connection in the film that it doesn't even take you out of the experience to say, oh, these guys are married in real life, you know, they should have a great connection. They have a great connection already, but that is due to their characters and what happens throughout the story as well, and what consequences they do and have, and what they have to do to basically survive. The film throughout a whole it's a horror. It's essentially, to put it in the genre, it's a horror. But the main thing about it is that it's not about the scares, it's not about the monsters. At the heart of it and the whole of the film, it's about a family. And that's what it is. It's about the family. It's the husband, the wife and the kids. That's what it's about. And that is the most strongest point throughout this film that you can make, and you see that throughout the whole piece. Now the film, some people saying this is John Krasinski's first time directing. This is actually his third, but I've got to literally take off my hat to him because this whole film is directed by not the use of visual, even though the visuals are really good, but it's through the element of sound and the sound design and music. Sound is the most important character throughout this whole film. I literally have never been in a theatre where sound is piercing through your ears throughout the whole element of just silence. And whenever you hear such a big sound or an effect you hear, or the music, it chills you and it gives you such a big anxiety that it's literally, that's the strongest character. I can say the best character is the sound, and it's incredible. Now the performances alone are astounding as well. They don't talk directly through vocals, they talk through sign language. That's a really interesting aspect throughout the film to see, especially since one of the actors in the film who plays the daughter, she's deaf in real life as well. And it's interesting to see them incorporate that into the story, and it is a key aspect of their survival, is to talk through sign language, and there is a sequence where, you know, they do talk verbally, but I won't spoil it obviously because, you know, this film needs to be seen. The way I say that the film needs to be seen in the theatre, I think, is one that I will take away from me because it's such a silent film. It's so silent, and that is the key thing, is silence, because not only is the music piercing and it's loud, and then it's quiet and somber. The sound design again is loud when it needs to be, but the theatre is silent. I remember when I just literally come out of it, there was these two teenage girls and then two teenage boys all together. So obviously they might have been on a double date or something. I thought, oh, for God's sake, they're gonna talk throughout the whole thing. They're gonna giggle at things and be on their phones. No, completely silent. Also, the people in front of me, there was it was like this chav and then this older woman together, and they were talking and commenting throughout the whole length of the trailers. You know, they were saying all these different things. I thought, oh, for God's sake. No, none of that either. They were dead silent as well. I think the whole theatre got the idea that you have to be quiet. That is the thing that everybody has to do when they go to this film, is to be quiet. And it gives the atmosphere around the theatre such a great vibe because everyone is on the edge of their seat and they're so anxious about what happens, and you care about these characters. They don't even talk. You care about them because of their survival and the way it's set up. And that's why I say the key aspect is the family. That's what it is. It's the family. It's not about the horror. It's not about the monsters. It's nothing like that. It's about the family and making sure that they survive, and the emotions are high. Obviously, there's the sequence where Emily Blunt's character goes into labour. That is tense AF. Seriously, I have nothing bad to say about this film. I don't have anything. I literally think this is one of not only the best experiences I've had in the theatre, due to everybody and the atmosphere and everybody staying silent, but it's one of the best horror films I've ever seen, because I've never felt that anxiety before. Just eclipsing my whole body. It's crazy. You need to see this film. I put a full stop on that. You need to see this film. Literally, it's stunning. It's stunning. Also, apparently this film was originally, because it's through Paramount, apparently it was supposed to be set within the Cloverfield universe, apparently, and I could see it fixing in with that, especially with the designs of the monsters that are roaming in the film, and you know, you can see that. But I'll take this film over Cloverfield Paradox any day, like any day. There's no setup to the world either. You know, you go straight into it. It starts up in a supermarket sequence that goes for about 10 minutes long. It's the family getting supplies, and you get it. You instantly get it. That they have to be quiet for their survival, and that's you know, there's not much setup. You don't know where the families come from. You don't know how the world started like that. You don't even know where the monsters came from. It's literally, you're in it, it starts, you get it. It's not that common to see so little setup of characters, and the world is so little. Literally, it takes the first 10 minutes, even that, the first 2 to 5 minutes, to set up what this world is like. And it keeps you on the edge of your seat the whole time. But again, you literally respect the silence in the theatre, and you have to respect one another when you go to see it. You cannot be talking, you cannot be on your phone. There's none of that. If you are planning to do that and you are one of those people going to the theatres and they talk throughout the whole fucking thing, shut the hell up. Don't even bother going. Literally respect other people when you're in that theatre, because they will want the same experience as I had, and I suspect that everybody else in the theatre that I just went to had, because you have to be dead silent. It's built on the silence and the respect of others when you go into that theatre. So that's the most passionate I've had to speak in a review before, so that was quite fun, but I literally cannot think of anything bad. I'm going again soon, next week I believe, or on Thursday. I'm going to go for another viewing. I cannot wait to see it again. I speak very openly about the idea that this has been the most anxious I've ever felt in a theatre, and also the best horror film I've seen in ages. It's one of my favourites, and I can't wait to analyse it a little bit more and go into depth of how, like, John Krasinski made it, even down to the idea that they don't even wear socks in the movie. Like, shoes will create sound, they don't even wear socks so they know which part of the floorboards will creak, and also the idea that just what they have to do to just, you know, it's everything, like the setups of what they have to do to make sure they're silent. It's crazy, but I instantly bought every second of it. Guys, I've got to give this my highest rating. I'm going to give A Quiet Place. I loved it so much. 5 kills out of 5 bills. Literally, go see it in a theatre. Please go see it. It is fantastic. I've never had such an experience such as that, and I can't recommend this film enough. I can't wait to see it again. But yeah, it's hats off to John Krasinski. He's fantastic, honestly. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I believe my next review I'm going to do later on is Tomb Raider. After that, it's probably going to be Avengers Infinity War. I've booked my tickets today for April the 27th, so I'm going to go on opening day. But until then, I've got a little bit of an open space. I don't know what I'll be reviewing in then. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let you guys comment in the comments section if you've got any requests of films you'd like me to review, whether they've just come out or they're years old. Whatever you want me to review, I'll give it a go. I'll give you my aspect on it. Also, as I said in the last video, please go and follow and look at our films on mine and my friends' film company YouTube page and Facebook page called Eyes Forward Productions. Again, we've got a film that won awards called I See You, and we've also just finished production on a film called Afraid of the Dark, which should be released in May, but we haven't finalised on a release date yet. So that's exciting, but please go and look at what we've got on our YouTube page. I directed a film called Conway. We've got some other little projects we've done there as well. But yeah, please go and like it. Subscribe to this channel as well. I'll try to bring more content more frequently, because this has been less than a year since my last review, which is really good, which I'm proud of myself for. But yeah, thank you very much for watching, guys. A Quiet Place. I loved every minute of it, so please go see this film whenever you can. And thank you very much for watching.